In the video clip in which the figures shown here was developed, I used the M-inverse function to get the inverse of this matrix here. In this video, I'm going to show how you can get the inverse of a 2x2 matrix using the paper and pencil method. I'm going to copy this label and paste it here, and now I'm going to erase this unity matrix, and I'm going to find the inverse of this matrix here. The first step in finding the inverse of a 2x2 matrix is to reverse these main diagonal elements. So this will be equal this cell, and this will be equal to this cell. The next step is to put minus signs in front of these two elements. So this will be equal minus this cell, and this will be equal minus this cell. That's the first part of finding the inverse of a 2x2 matrix. The second part is to divide each of these values by what's called the determinant of the matrix. The determinant of the matrix for a 2x2 matrix is this value times this value, that is the main diagonal elements multiplied together, minus the off-diagonal elements. So the next step I'm going to take is to calculate the determinant of the matrix. And I'll just do that right here. The determinant is equal to 54 times 30 minus 34 times 34, or 464. Now, in order to find the inverse, I'm going to divide each of these numbers by the 464. So here I will add 464. Here I will add, or rather I will add the division of 464. Here I'll add the division by 464. And here I'll add the division by 464. I now have the inverse of the original matrix, and it's exactly the same as the inverse found using M-inverse. Finding the inverse of a 2x2 matrix is relatively easy. There is also a similar method for finding the inverse for a 3x3, but it's substantially more complex. For matrices beyond 3x3, it's very difficult to find the determinant, and it must be done using an algorithm that will be demonstrated in a different video.